What's going on, champs and jambits? It's FireMonkey here, and today we have some very interesting news regarding the brand new Fortnite update and one of the positive changes they've actually made with it. So strap in, because if you're someone who likes doing challenges, you have a little bit of a bonus going on here towards the very end of the season. So we are currently in week 9 of Fortnite, chapter 4 season 1, and they currently have up to chapter 4 season 1 week 14 prepared. So around like 5 more weeks of the season before we go over to the next season, chapter 4 season 2. And with it, there's been one complaint that I've kind of shared with you guys on this channel that you guys have also kind of shared in some ways regarding everything going on and how Fortnite's handled this season, and it relates to the magical world of challenges. Because if you don't know how they've been doing weekly challenges, at least for this season, is that you had to do the challenges the week of, right? If you missed out on a week or something, you missed out on that XP entirely. You missed out on being able to get those bonuses and get all those goodies just because you may have been busy or you may have been on a trip or something like that. And it was something that I personally made a video talking about how I didn't like the system, or at least I do believe I made a video talking about it, and how I wish Epic Games would improve it in some way, whether that is making more challenges, doing something like that, or allowing you to go back and do the older ones at the very end of the season. I had made a video kind of talking about all that type of stuff, and my personal disagreement with how Epic Games was handling it. However, Epic Games has actually improved their system. Now, if you actually go to your quest menu and you go over to your weekly challenges, you'll notice that the actual tagline below it is different. It now just says new quests arrive every week. The reason for this is because they're now making the quest permanent. It has caused this weird bug where it's like, oh, complete stages of Knights of the Realm quest 3 times over and over and over again. But overall, it is still being worked on, and it is still something that they're doing to make it be like, hey, you remember how it used to be with weekly challenges, how you were able to actually go in game and complete them anytime you wanted to? That system is back once again. So if you want to do a challenge right now from week 9 in this week, or you want to wait until like week 12 to actually do your week 9 challenges so you can do a lot of challenges all at once and get a massive XP boost, you're free to do that, right? You're free to pick and choose when you do your challenges. However, with this change, they aren't bringing back the old weekly challenges. So if you had done week 1, week 2, week 3, missed out on week 4, but did the rest of them or something like that, sadly, you are not going to be able to go back and do those old challenges. And this only applies to the new challenges that release all the way to the end of the season. But it is nice to see Epic Games is still making changes to this type of stuff and is still kind of listening to our feedback on everything in order to make it be a system that we enjoy thoroughly. And I'm actually kind of excited to see that they're doing this, because it is just nice. It means that I won't have to feel like I have to play the game all the time, which of course I play the game all the time anyways, because Fortnite is kind of like my job and everything, leaking and making YouTube videos or whatever daily. But it is just nice overall to see them make all these changes and be like, hey, you know what? We understand you guys did not like how we did this before, so we're going ahead and swap some things over, and going forwards and potentially into the next season as well, which is what I'm hoping they continue doing, you'll be able to do these weekly challenges whenever you please, like we used to allow you to, so there's nothing for you to truly worry about. And that just makes me very happy to see Epic Games making these small little changes and micro adjustments because it just adds up to, us being able to enjoy the game more and being able to actually get more and more XP, so it doesn't feel like anyone gets left out just because they couldn't play for a specific week of the current season. Now, while I do think this is a good step forward, something I would like to see Epic Games do in the future is take this, further on and do like they did with the actual story voice-acted line quest lines again, where they make it so you could do any of the previous parts whenever you wanted to. You just have to do the previous part before you can do the next one. Because with the Oathbound storyline, they're kind of doing the old system still, where it's like, hey, Part 3 is available for this amount of time, Part 4 is available for this amount of time, and then, it's like you're done, right? You can't do the previous parts, and if you missed out on the previous part, you just kind of missed out on that previous part's rewards, which is kind of sucky, right? Especially since they are doing like these free rewards and everything, because I know the most recent Oathbound quest actually gave you a free loading screen, which is the Amy 1.0 loading screen. So it is just kind of, iffy situation where there are getting steps in the right direction and they are making things a little bit better, but there's still areas where I personally think they can still improve and make better when it comes to the whole entire quest system. And in fact, just to make sure I'm being 100% honest with everything going on here, I am going to look at their blog post, and yeah, according to their blog post regarding weekly quests and the whole entire quest change, this only affects weekly quests, so it doesn't affect like the Oathbound things or anything else. So those are still a thing that you have to do during the timed period when it's available, which sucks. But hey, at least Epic Games is still making some changes, and they are still thinking about how they want to run this season and how they want to make certain things work, such as the quest and everything else going on. But with that said, that's pretty much all I got to talk about in today's YouTube video. Just like, what, thumbs up to Epic Games. things. You know, they're slowly making some nice changes that I'm actually agreeing with, and it feels nice from the player standpoint for these changes to be made, because weekly challenges, you know, we've kind of just gotten used to them being available whenever they release and being available till the end of the season. So it's kind of like, hey, you know, they're kind of bringing back the old system once again that we all enjoyed, and it's just nice to see. And whether this was related to our feedback or just, you know, their internal stats or whatever regarding everything, we don't know. But, you know, I'm just happy to see that they are still, you know, tinkering with stuff even though it's the middle of the season, and it's nice to see that, you know, just all of this is happening. So with that said, I'll see you champs and champions tomorrow with another YouTube video talking about more stuff in the wild world of Fortnite. If you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing to support the content I create. And with that said, I will be missing most of these shots with any weapon that apparently is not an assault rifle. Let me go ahead and just eliminate these two bots right here, and then we can end the video off. So like that.